We're back in the second bracket of the True Power Tournament on our way to determine who will get to face our newly crowned champion and try to dethrone them. Last time we witnessed a terrifyingly powerful battle between our two finalists, Giovanni and Blue, which was among the most highly strategic and aggressive battles we've seen yet, but only one emerged the champion. Today we'll be witnessing a battle between two Kanto gym leaders who are quite evenly ranked among them. Blaine, the gym leader of Cinnabar Island, and Sabrina, the gym leader of Saffron City. Both trainers performed amazingly well in the main bracket only to be defeated by major heavyweight trainers, and now it's their time to get vengeance and fight their way back in the losers bracket quarterfinals. Let's take a look at their team previews to see how this might unfold. Blaine emerges with his Hyper Sun team with many threats under the sun. In this battle in particular, he'll have to take advantage of his Rotom, Magmortar, and of course his two Sun Setters to pose a challenge. Sabrina, on the other hand, of course has heavyweights like Mewtwo and Alakazam, but she'll definitely have to take advantage of her Espeon and Slowbro as well. This is undoubtedly going to be a fierce battle, so let's head to the quarterfinal stadium to see how it unfolds. And here we go, two of the highest ranking gym leaders in all of Kanto, Sabrina versus Blaine in an all-out battle. Sabrina starting off with her Espeon, a very good choice, a very good lead as always for her, whereas Blaine's going to go in with the Torkoal. Now this is going to be a little bit problematic for Torkoal because of course Espeon does have the Magic Bounce ability, which will bounce back anything like Stealth Rock or even Yawn that we've seen Torkoal use. So Torkoal's going to be a little bit stuck here, and Sabrina's going straight for the offense with the Psychic here on the Torkoal, doing a lot of damage, but the Torkoal does have a Citrus Berry, so that will bring it back up. I'm not sure if it'll survive another one though, and Torkoal going for the offense as well with the Lava Plume. That should do a decent amount of damage on the Espeon, a little bit less than half, but it does get the burn. But of course Espeon does have the leftovers, so it won't really affect it that much, so Torkoal will not be able to two-hit KO that Espeon. A little bit problematic there, because of course Blaine does not have much to be able to deal with a Psychic coming in from the Espeon, so Espeon's going to go for another one, and that looks like it will take out the Torkoal. Torkoal being taken down right away, Blaine's lead being completely ineffective, just rendered useless by that Espeon, and now Blaine will have to make a decision how he wants to handle this Espeon. Espeon is a very, very fast Pokemon, and a very powerful Pokemon as well, so he's going to send out his Magmortar. We know that this Magmortar is Choice Scarf, so Sabrina is going to back down with the Espeon and send out the Slowbro. Now the Slowbro should be able to tank pretty much anything that this Magmortar goes for here. The Fire Blast, of course, under the sun, that should still do a decent amount of damage. Yes, almost half, but it will not be a two-hit KO. So now that Slowbro looking a little bit scary for that Magmortar. Blaine is going to switch into the Rotom. Now the Rotom should be able to deal much better with this Scald here. The incoming Scald on the Rotom doing a decent amount of damage, maybe about a third, but not quite enough, I wouldn't think. Rotom now should be able to respond, but Sabrina is going to switch, perhaps predicting an electric type move and going in with the Wobbuffet here. Now Wobbuffet is a terrifying proposition for any team, and the Volt Switch here coming in on the Wobbuffet, so actually Blaine will get a chance to switch and see what he wants to take on this Wobbuffet with. But now the Arcanine coming out, so Blaine basically wants to get the strongest attack that he can off on this Wobbuffet to make sure that it does not pose a threat in the way that it could, but the sun has faded. That was the last turn of sun, so Arcanine not going to get the sun boost on this Flare Blitz. Perhaps Blaine was hoping for that, perhaps a slight miscalculation, and the Wobbuffet will tank that Flare Blitz pretty well actually, and it looks like it does have a berry too. That must be a Citrus Berry, so Wobbuffet's going to get a lot of recovery back, effectively making that Arcanine do nothing against it, and here comes the counter on the Arcanine. Arcanine being taken down immediately by that counter. Now this is the threat of Wobbuffet, because whatever Blaine switches in, he can't switch out. Wobbuffet does have that Shadow Tag ability, so he's going to reset the sun here with Ninetales to try and get an extra power boost here, and we'll see if it is enough with a... Oh no, he's going for the Nasty Plot here, perhaps taking advantage of Wobbuffet's kind of inability to attack back. And yes, Wobbuffet is going to go with the Mirror Coat here, so Blaine getting a free power-up here, and he's going to go with the Fire Blast, Nasty Plotted, and in the sun. There is no hope for that Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet going down to that supercharged Fire Blast, and now, all of a sudden, Ninetales is looking like a big threat, but Sabrina does have her Mewtwo on the field now. Mewtwo, we've seen this thing one-hit KO Mega Charizards even, with Psy Strike, the exact move she's going for here. Psy Strike on the Ninetales. Huge damage. Oh! The Ninetales survives! Returns the Fire Blast! Oh! Mewtwo going down! Are you kidding me? That's impossible! How did Ninetales survive a Psy Strike from a Mewtwo? This is impossible. 9 HP. Now Sabrina getting angry, sending out the Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is on the field. The Alakazite has been activated. And now this will undoubtedly outspeed and take out the Ninetales with no problem. But his ability will actually trace the drought. So Sabrina would be very, very ill-advised to actually switch this Alakazam out now because it will reset the sun. Oh, this might be problematic here. Perhaps Sabrina not foreseeing that, using her psychic powers. And Magmortar being sent out on the field now. Alakazam coming in with the psychic. Will this be enough to take down Magmortar? Oh, 15 HP on the Magmortar, going for Fire Blast in the sun. Will this be another one-hit KO? No way! Alakazam, Mega Alakazam, also being taken down by a singular sun-boosted Fire Blast. Are you kidding me right now? Two of Sabrina's biggest threats being absolutely blasted away by Blaine. And now Blaine making the switch against the Metagross here. Going back into the Rotom. Rotom is a good counter for Metagross. Metagross going for the Bullet Punch would have been able to take down that Magmortar. So a very good switch there from Blaine, making sure he didn't get out-prioritized because Magmortar was, of course, very low HP. And now Sabrina's going to withdraw from the Metagross. Switching into the Slowbro. Now, Slowbro will be able to take something like an Overheat if the Rotom does have it. Yes, the Overheat coming in. It should be able to tank this pretty well. However, I question what will happen on the next turn here. But Rotom's special attack is going to drop, and it looks like it does have the White Herb item, though. So that will be restored right away. So Blaine has an answer for everything here in this battle. Going for the Volt Switch, and the Slowbro is down. Sabrina is looking to be in a vulnerable position here for perhaps the first time since she faced Giovanni. Blaine pulling off some big moves here, and now the Magmortar coming back out on the field. Very low HP, and Sabrina's going to send out the Metagross. Now Metagross, of course, again with that priority Bullet Punch, should be able to take down this Magmortar. We'll have to see. Yes, Blaine is going to switch again, though. He's going to switch into the Rotom. Now we'll see if Sabrina will have predicted this switch. She did. She goes for the Meteor Mash, perhaps hoping for that attack raise on the Meteor Mash. Will she get it, though? No, it doesn't look like she will. So this is, once again, a problematic situation. We're stuck back here. The Overheat. Oh, it misses the Metagross. Metagross now able to go for the Thunder Punch. And Thunder Punch should do a decent amount of damage. Yes, that does a decent amount of damage. It is, of course, resisted. Metagross has nothing for Rotom. Earthquake would be great, but Rotom, of course, does have the Levitate ability. And another missed Overheat. Well, what? Will allow Metagross to take down the Rotom. Are you kidding me? 2 missed Overheats in a row. Overheat is, of course, not a perfect accuracy move. But wow, Sabrina getting a second chance here against Blaine. Now, Blaine sending out Charizard. Now, Sabrina's in a difficult position here because she doesn't want to use Bullet Punch. She wants to take down this Charizard. She has to survive this Flamethrower. No! The Metagross going down, of course. The Choice Scarf Magmortar will outspeed everything and be able to take down anything she has. So her last hope, perhaps, was actually taking down this Charizard with Thunder Punch, but she did not have enough room. Espeon now coming in with the Psychic against the Charizard, and the Charizard will survive it pretty well, coming in with the Flamethrower. Will this end the battle? Yes, the Espeon going down to the Flamethrower. Blaine with 2 very, very low HP Pokemon left, taking down Sabrina. Unbelievable. Perhaps a bit of an upset. I mean, Blaine is, of course, ranked higher than Sabrina in terms of gyms. He is, canonically speaking, the 7th gym leader right after Sabrina. But man, oh man, Sabrina's best team was looking terrifying going into this tournament, and she has pulled off a lot. But Blaine really managing the threats, and a couple lucky survivals too. We, of course, cannot ignore that, but Blaine playing exceptionally well against Sabrina to pull off the win and make it to the semifinals of the losers bracket. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next matches. Before we go, I'd like to thank the patrons who are making this tournament possible. If you guys want to help further this series' potential and support it, the link to my Patreon page will be in the description below. That's all for this one. This has been SilphSpectre, and I'll see you guys next time for more True Power.